after completion of the gray matter, now we are going to talk about the white matter. Okay, so just see here, white matter में एक्सॉन्स के बंडल होते हैं जिसे हम ट्रैक्ट कहते हैं. सो वी आर गोइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस ट्रैक्ट टॉपिक फ्रॉम द वेरी बेसिक्स. जैसा कि हमें पता है कि ये ट्रैक्ट टॉपिक सिर्फ एनाटॉमी का नहीं, सिर्फ फर्स्ट ईयर एमबीबीएस का नहीं, बल्कि पूरे एमबीबीएस के सिलेबस का सबसे डिफिकल्ट टॉपिक में से एक टॉपिक माना जाता है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम वेरी बेसिक्स. एज वी नो, सपोज दिस इज एनी न्यूरॉन, ओके, एंड this is known as cell body. I earlier told you cell body collection within CNS known as nucleus, while outside CNS known as ganglion. So this is very basic concept for the PG medical entrance exam as well as for the first year MBBS. Now see here, this is axon which is covered with the myelin sheath. So this is the axon, collection of the axon, or you can say bundle of axons known as tract. Okay, yes, this is the long process. Other short process are also present in any neuron. They are known as the dendrite, but here we are going to discuss about this tract. So tract is nothing, bundle of axons known as tract. Now try to understand again. Suppose this is the cerebral hemisphere which is located over the midbrain, pons and then medulla. Then this medulla part is continuing as spinal cord. So generally there are two types of the neuron, or you can say axon. Suppose this is the cell body and axon is coming down. Okay, this is the cell body, upper part is cell body and axon is traveling to the downside. So what will happen? Any impulse which is generated at the cerebral cortex, that will go downside and to the periphery. So you can observe these axons are carrying the impulse from brain to the downside. That's why these are known as descending axon. And if multiple bundles will present, then definitely it will be known as descending tract. Okay, while the few neuron in our body, their cell body are located on the periphery and their axons are running towards the brain. So can you observe? Yes, they are sending impulse from periphery to the above. Okay, so what should be the nomenclature for such kind of the axon? They will be known as ascending from periphery to the brain. So these are ascending. Here in diagram we have shown one axon, one nerve fiber, but actually there are the many bundles. Yes, million, billion, trillions of the axons are there. So that collection of the axon will be known as the tract. So this is the descending and as well as ascending tract. Are you getting? If the bundle of axons they are coming from above to the down, descending tract. If bundle of axons they are running from down to the above, ascending tract. Again try to understand, ascending tracts, they are responsible for carrying the impulse from periphery to the above. So they are responsible for carrying the sensation, touch, temperature. This all runs from periphery to the brain. That's why ascending tracts are also known as sensory tract, while the descending tract, they will carry the impulse from the brain to the downside and they will carry the impulse like the limbs or any other structure. So there will be the movement. Movement means motor activity. That's why descending tracts are also known as motor tract. And do you remember I told you one trick, SANE, same. S for sensory, also known as afferent. Also you can say ascending. M for motor, which is also known as efferent tract. So the motor tracts, they are also known as efferent tract, while the sensory tract, they are also known as afferent tract. So remember, this is the one another trick. Okay, otherwise afferent means ana, efferent means jana. A for afferent, A for ana. So you can remember in such simple way also. Okay, so now we are going to see what are the various kinds of the ascending and descending tract, sensory or motor tract. Yes, for the proper understanding of the tract, I am giving one funny story, one easy story for you. Okay, so what is the tract? Try to understand. Suppose you are going to perform for your PG medical entrance exam to the Delhi. Okay, so you are reaching to your railway station and you are looking that there is any another guy is there, any other person is there. You are starting to talk with him. You are asking, hey, who are you? He is saying, I am MBBS student. You are also saying, I am also MBBS student. Now you are asking where you are going. He is saying, I am going to Delhi from the Bombay station. You are also saying, I am also at the Bombay and I am also going to the Delhi for the PG medical entrance exam. He is also, and you are asking that you are going with which train. He is going, suppose Delhi Express, okay, which is just right, which is just going to reaching to station. You are also saying, I am also going with the same station. Now you both will, what you will do, you will go to the TT and you both will share the seat so that you can do maximum sharing of the content topics and you can relieve your pressure. Getting the point? In the same way, in our body, lots of sensation are there. For example, we are taking hot water, hot tea and dropping that hot water, hot tea at the foot, from where the pain and temperature receptors, they are exciting. Now they are carrying the sensation from lower limb and then reaching to the spinal cord. That sensation from periphery up to the spinal cord, that neuron is known as first order neuron. Now from the spinal cord, one another neuron will start and that will reach to any nucleus of the brain. That segment of the neuron is known as second order neuron. Now from that nucleus of the brain, that impulse will reach to the sensory area, cortical area of the brain. That segment of the neuron is known as third order neuron. Okay, so this was the story of the pain and temperature sensation, suppose from lower limb. But what about the sensation from the thigh, leg, upper limb, abdomen? Again same story. Yes, when the hot tea is dropping here, then again same pain and temperature pathway is getting stimulation, same receptors are getting stimulation. They are carrying the impulse from periphery to the spinal cord, first order neuron. Now from spinal cord, another neuron is starting and reaching to particular nucleus of the brain, second order neuron. Then from that nucleus to the cortical area, third order neuron. Okay, so just apply this story with that MBBS student story. Both we are having the same origin, Bombay. Here is also same origin, pain and temperature receptor. Same destination, Delhi. Same destination, sensory area. Same function, MBBS. Same function, pain and temperature, carrying fibers. So when these fibers are reaching to the spinal cord, so what they will do? In spinal cord, yes, there is three trains, anterior white column, lateral white column and posterior white column. So when these fibers with similar origin, similar destination and similar function, they will unite together. They will say, for the maximum benefit, they will run within the spinal cord through only one bundle of the white column. Either they will run through the anterior white column or they will run through the lateral white column or they will run from the posterior white column. What I want to say, yes, the axons, the nerve fiber with similar origin, similar termination and similar function, they make common bundle of axon which either passes from the anterior white column or the lateral white column or posterior white column. These bundle of axons are known as tract. Okay, so what is the definition of the tract? You can write down. Yes, in the simple language, tracts are bundle of axons with similar origin, termination, course, termination with similar function. Otherwise, in brief, you can remember tracts are bundle of axons. What are the similar? Yes, similar origin, receptors are same, similar course. They are running within spinal cord with the same pathway, similar termination, as well as they are having the similar function. And you know very well, tracts are two types, either ascending or sensory or descending or motor. Okay, so now we are going to see various important tracts located in our spinal cord. So now we are going to cut the spinal cord and we are going to observe what are the different locations of the bundle of axon, means tract. Suppose this is the central canal. As we know, it is surrounded by the butterfly or H-shaped gray matter, and peripheral part is having the white matter. Suppose this is the diagrammatic presentation of the transverse section of spinal cord. So around the central canal we have depicted the gray matter area, but now in the white matter there are the various bundle of axons. On the posterior side there is the one bundle of axon that is known as fasciculus gracilis. We will observe that this will pass under the gracile tubercle of the medulla. That's why it is known as gracilis, and it is the bundle of axon. Bundle of axon is also known as the fasciculus. So this is fasciculus gracilis on the medial side, and just lateral to it there is one another bundle of axon, that is the fasciculus cuneatus. Fascicle means bundle of axon, and because it passes through the cuneate tubercle of the medulla, that's why cuneatus term is used. Okay, now on the lateral white column there are bundle of axons on the posterior and on the anterior side. That's why these are known as dorsal and ventral, because it runs from spinal cord to the cerebellum, ascending tract. We are talking about the ascending tract, spinal cord to the cerebellum. That's why spinocerebellar tract, while another tract is located on the lateral white column just medial to these tracts. So this is known as lateral. It will run from spinal cord to the thalamus. That's why spinothalamic tract. And another tract is present on the anterior side, that is known as anterior spinothalamic tract. So these are the ascending tract. Remember, these are located on right and left both sides, but here we are only showing on one side. So what are the various important ascending tract we have observed? This is fasciculus gracilis. Here is fasciculus cuneatus, and on the lateral white column this is on the back side. That's why dorsal, also you can say posterior, spinal cord to cerebellum. That's why spinocerebellar, bundle of axon, that's why tract. This is on the anterior side, that's a ventral, also you can say anterior, spinal cord to the cerebellum. That's why ventral spinocerebellar tract. While this bundle located on lateral white column, that's why lateral, from spinal cord to the thalamus, that's why spinothalamic tract. Just break the name and think about it, you will get the answer. Either it is ascending or descending. Yes, spinothalamic, यानी ये स्पाइनल कॉर्ड से थैलेमस की तरफ जा रहा है.